I hope these are all well. It's Tuesday. I didn't go live yesterday because I was having a down day. I didn't want to come on and depress you guys. So I'm feeling a bit better today. I've been for a shower. So we'll see what today brings. Do you know, I'm not even organised at all here. As usual. I'm not even organised. Where's my juice? I've hurt my back sore. Oh, hurt my back. Aye, it rained, but it's the saying, it doesn't rain, but it pours. Jenny, good morning, lovely Jenny. There's Jenny in the chat. Thank you for coming in, my gorgeous Jenny. How was your weekend? Let me just do this. Rebecca, good morning, good morning. Oh, my back's sore and I've just life the now, just everything the now. If you want to become a member and you're not already a member, I'm going to put a link and I'm going to pin it above. And there we go, that's that done. I'm on live chat, so there we go. There we are. Dylan, good morning to you. Dylan, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I didn't want to come on yesterday. I was just having one of my days. Edge of ASMR. Edge of ASMR. Good morning, good morning. What happened to the heat wave we were meant to be getting? We're not getting it. It's like it's just going to rain now forever. We had our summer. I hope you enjoyed it. That's it. Bye bye summer. Listen guys, I'm so wanting to get my autumn decor going. He's not talking me out yet. And my back's broke too. I never had him at the weekend. What happened at the weekend that I never had? Why, he wasn't very well at the weekend. He had a bit of a cough and sniffles and stuff like that, and rather than him coming here and me maybe getting it and ending up in the hospital again, I never got him, but I'm getting him this Saturday. Oh, Dylan, thank you so much, lovely Dylan. Victoria, good morning, my gorgeous Victoria. Good morning to you. Rosewater Moon ASMR, good morning to you. I hope you are all well and I hope you had a nice weekend. Aye, it's just, see the now, it's just one thing, it's just life. Life is just getting us at the moment. Still waiting on Mum getting moved. My dad's going to see her today about 10:30 or something like that. So if she's okay, they usually phone me. She usually phones me and she doesn't make any sense, but I get to tell her that I love her and stay warm and cosy and eat your soup at lunch, and I get to say all that to her, but she just says words that doesn't make any sense now, so but at least I get to talk to her. Scalp's actually really good. Head of ASMR. Scalp is really good, so I think it must have been the old alcohol. And do you know something? I've not even missed it, to tell you the truth. I have not even missed it. See, I never had a drink for like 6 years or something like that, right? Just know that I had a problem with the booze. I just didn't feel like it, right? This is what happens with me. So for about 6 years I had nothing, and then for the past few years I've had it on a Saturday. And now I just don't feel like it again. And the scalp is a million times better. It's not completely healed up, but I think we're on the right track. I mean, there is still wee bits that are a bit dry, but considering what it was like, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. So the booze was just drying my skin out. Yeah. I don't want back in the hospital, Jenny. I would rather be, I said to my dad, but it came out that I would rather be unalived than be back in that place. But wait till I tell you, right, so all night I've been sitting like worried right now. Remember last week I went and got my blood taken, remember? And I said to you, and I said to the kids, there'll be something up with my blood. I could have put money on it. I should have put money on it because there's something up my blood. I get a text message on my phone yesterday morning saying, phone the doctor's surgery regarding your blood results, right? And I was like, ah, here we go. Of course. So I phoned and they said to me, Sleepy Thistle, good morning, my gold disc, good morning. So I phoned them and they said to me, what time do you take your medication every morning, right? And I said, about 6 o'clock. And she says, is that every morning? I said, aye, around about 6 o'clock every morning. That's when I take my medication, right? I take it when I get up. And she says, right, I'll pass that on. So I thought, that was weird. So I go on with my day. And then last night, about 5 to 6, right, the surgery closes at 6, 5 to 6, I get a phone call saying, yes, it's just to let you know that tomorrow, which is today, about 2 p.m, the pharmacy is going to phone you, right? So I'm like, right, okay. So there's something up. They're either going to stop a medication, swap a medication, up a medication, or down a medication because there's something wrong. Good morning, good morning. Ah, Sleepy Thistle. Isn't Sleepy Thistle beautiful though? Listen, you're a stunner, Sleepy Thistle. You're going to have 1 million subscribers. There you go. You're going to get your play button before I do. Because I think everybody's sick of me now. I've been on here that long. At least it's not the worms. You're going to look at that. That's that edge of my positives. At least it's not that scenario again. That was a horrific nightmare in the toilet. That was I don't even know how to describe it, but it was, well, a nightmare. That's how to describe it. I want a play button. I'm desperate for a play button to have it out my back. Have it sitting behind me there, eh? Wouldn't that be great? Right, I'm opening a lemonade and lime Sprite. Zero sugar. Zero sugar. Um, at least it's not. It's not. Well, listen, I don't know what it is. Because remember in the hospital, the doctor had come here. This was when was this time? It must have been this year at some point. Anyway, the doctor comes over and he's talking away about my asthma and all that, and he went, yes, and we found a bug in your blood, and then he just continues on talking as if that's just a normal everyday thing that people hear about. And he was talking, I didn't know what he was saying, right? Because my mind's just like a bug in my blood. And I'm thinking like an earwig or something like that. Open minded, my darling, open minded. I hope I do edge of your smile before I go. I hope, I hope I do. Since I had the cancer, that was one of the things I was like, if I ever get a play button, it's going to be the most amazing achievement in my life, right? But I'm happy with what I've got. Let me just say that. All my beautiful people that watch me, and I love yous all. I hope yous know that. Aye, but this doctor is a bug, right? And I'm thinking an earwig or something like that, or a spider, something crawling about in my blood. And I said, I had to stop him. I said, can we just stop him? I said, what do you mean there's a bug in my blood? And he said the big long name, right? He says, this bug but he says the amount of antibiotics that they were pumping into me at the time, I would have killed it anyway. Do you know what I mean? I was getting intravenous antibiotics and other steroids and other stuff. I was just getting the whole whack I was getting. But aye, a bug in your blood. But they said it can live on your skin, this bug, right? This bug can live on your skin. And see when they're putting in the cannulas and stuff in you, they can push it into you. And that's what mine was, because they done another test to see if it was that way that I got the bug or a different way, if the bug was made inside me. I don't know what they do in the labs. I don't know what they do in the labs, but listen, I don't know if you can remember this, but there's a laboratory it's a nightmare for me, right? When I was a wee girl, don't know what age I was, very young anyway, very young, and I had got up during the night or something, and the telly was on, the TV was on, and it was a horror movie. Don't even know if it was a horror movie or what, right? But it was an asylum, and they were doing mad tests, right? And there was man's head in the bed, right? And you could see him shaking. The guy was shaking, and this person was walking over, and they pulled back the covers, and he had a pig's body, right? This was, I don't know what film it was, but that stuck in my wee brain, right, for my whole life. I can still see it, right? and I was very young, so I don't know how I managed to see it, but I did. Anyway, right, I'm always like worried about that kind of thing. That's like a worst nightmare for me. And me and Sophie, remember we had went to Edinburgh. We went away to Edinburgh. We were going to go to Roslyn Chapel, but they charge, you know. See, when I went to Roslyn Chapel, you could just walk in. It was a chapel. Now it's like Tom Hanks figurine and all that in front of it. So we drive by where they cloned Dolly the sheep. This is a place that clones stuff, right? And I said to Sophie, that's the kind of place that does the head and the pig's body, and it's in there in Edinburgh. Dolly the sheep was cloned, right? There's a lot of stuff in there that I don't want to know. But me and Sophie tried to drive in, and it was all secure. Remember, there was security guards not up, so I had to do a 3-point turn and come away again. But do you know what else they do in there? They put ears on mice, or they grow an ear on mice. They do weird stuff, like who comes up with this stuff, right? An ear, like an actual ear, they've got that on a mouse. And they did, listen, that's the kind of place you go into, you're not coming back out. Nobody's going to get, Linda, who? You know, they're not going to know who you are. It's the place of my nightmares, that in Edinburgh. Place of my nightmares. I'm going to find the name of it. But Dolly the sheep, aye, that was where and they're proud of it. They're proud of the cloning, proud of cloning the bloody sheep. Where was Dolly the sheep cloned? It comes up right away. This place. Yeah, Roslyn Institute. It's an institute, tells you all. Institute. But anyway, me and Sophie were talking about that, about the ears, because they do that kind of stuff, and God knows what else. But it's a very secure building, as I say, there's security and all that on about it. Says good morning to you, good morning, good morning. But I see the stuff that they do. I'm glad I don't know, because that is the stuff of nightmares. Who thinks of these kind of crazy things? And I don't even know how you go about cloning somebody, but Jurassic Park comes into my mind. That's it. Do you know, that's what we need in this world, eh? The world's gone to... What is happening in the world? There's riots everywhere. There's just riots everywhere all over the world. There's just riots. And that's all we need, is some dinosaurs going about. But I think they might... Do you know, I bet you they've been doing that kind of stuff. I bet you they've been watching Jurassic Park and thinking, let's get a dod of amber and get these mosquitoes out. Aye, Dolly, the cloned sheep. The last thing we would need is another cloned one of me. Do you know what I mean? I think we can do without that. I don't want myself cloned. See, when I go, you know, this is it. This is the life that I've got. I don't want another one of me kicking about. Who would? No, this is the thing, open-minded. I don't know what else they're doing, but I think it's very suspicious. And me and Sophie, we were going to drive in, but we couldn't, because there was a security guard eyeballing us. Me and Sophie, we had a laugh that day, me and Sophie, because she laughs at me thinking about all this stuff that's going on in there. But it's true. I mean, I'm not even kidding on. Right, I'm going to say about the ear on the mice, right? Do they grow ears on mice? It comes up right away. Yes, it's possible. Do you know? I don't even know if I should show you that. Maybe I shouldn't, but there's pictures. I'll leave it up to you. If you want to Google that, you can Google that. But there it is. There it is. The bloody, it's it's disturbing. Now, I suppose that's good in a way if you're needing an ear. You know, you're all right, because you can get the mouse to... What else do they grow, though? What else? What else do they grow in these mice and all that? It's just craziness. Anyway, it's the stuff of my nightmares, that. But that film, God knows what that film was, and I shouldn't have seen it because I was obviously too young. But you know what kids are like. And that's haunted me to this day. I still think of that bloody film. It was a nightmare. I'll have nightmares tonight, won't I? That's what's going to happen tonight. I'm just going to have nightmares. I've been having nightmares anyway. I'm dreaming about my mum all the time. And in my dreams, she's fine. She's talking away. She's talking like my mum. And and I wake up and it's no true and it's just a nightmare. Hello, Adele. Hello, Adele. If you could type in English, please, that would be very much appreciated because we don't know what you're saying, and please don't spam the chat as well. That's another wee rule. I don't have many rules in this channel. Just be nice to each other. I don't mind a bit of swearing and stuff like that. Right? That person's just want to spam the chat. Let's just take them out. There you go. Me spamming. I'm getting ruthless enough. Just put them out. I know, my poor mother. But hopefully she gets moved this week anyway, and then, as I say, I'm actually thinking positive now. See, I'm thinking positive that she is going to be in a hospital environment, so they've got all the good drugs. And I don't want my mum sitting like drooling in a chair, but I just want her calmer, and I'm sure they'll be able to do her medication, and get her a wee bit calmer than what she is. That's all I want. That's all we want. Is that so? No, she doesn't. This is the thing. She's on the go all the time. My mum is on the go all the time. They find it difficult to get her to bed. She's going to bed at like 2 in the morning and stuff like that. And they find it difficult to get her into the bed. She's refusing to shower. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of stuff, but the hospital I think is going to be better. As long as I'm not, I don't think they would have it like men and women, in the same place. I hope not. But I'm going to just try and look my back. I've done my bloody bit. Do you know, it's if, and guess what, right? Well, I'll go into a good thing instead of moaning. I really want to get my autumn stuff up, and I know we're still in summer, right? But I'm desperate to get all my. It's not even Halloween stuff. It's just autumn decor. It's not Halloween stuff. It's just autumn stuff, and I can't stop watching autumn things on YouTube. I don't know why. I just really really love it. It makes the place cozy. If I've got some nice autumn. Do you know what? Why don't I just do it? See, my back's better. I'm just going to do it. But I'm going to do a video, right? But I'll keep the video because if I put the video up there now, I'll get slagged. Liesl, good morning, my beautiful Liesl. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, Golda still have the best care, and they can, as I say, where she's in just now, they don't mess, they're just like care workers. They've no, and a nurse comes in like once or twice a week or something like that. Whereas where she's going is going to be round the clock, watching her what she's needed, because this place that she's in, she's basically just roaming the place free. Nobody's even watching her. And one day me and Sophie had went up, right, and all the residents were in their bed sleeping. Now this was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that, right? They were all sleeping, and the care workers were sitting in the canteen like having cups of tea and Mars bars and stuff like that. And I thought that was awfully suspicious that they just had them all in their bed. Don't have them. Fair enough if they want to go to their bed, but I just felt as if maybe they were. Maybe I'm wrong, but having them all sleeping so they don't bother them, so they could just sit and have their coffee. Hey Frank, good morning, good morning. See that my autumn decor is basically more pumpkins, lots of leaves, lights. I've got new curtains I want to put up, but I'm wanting to do a video of me doing my decor. That's what I want to do, a wee video of me doing my decor. Maybe I'll try and leave it off as much as I can. Once maybe in a few weeks, right? Maybe in 3 weeks or something like that, I'll do it. I'll put it all up. But I'm desperate to do it because I'm feeling autumny. Oh, how is the wildfires open-minded? That's why they're having coffee and Mars bars. How is the wildfires? I hope you're safe, open-minded. I hope everybody's safe. That's a terrifying thought, isn't it? The wildfires. See, we're lucky here in Scotland. We like to moan about the weather, right? Gold Dust will tell you that's one of our favourite things. See, even if you meet a stranger and you spark up a morning a conversation, after good morning or good afternoon, it's the weather we get right. And it's a British thing, I suppose, because England and that, they're just like us, and so is Ireland and Wales. The weather. But our weather, fair enough, we get lots and lots of rain, right? We get lots of rain, like, we don't really get much here summer and all that, but we just get lots of rain. That's why everything's green. But we don't get like really dangerous weather. We did have in January when I was in the hospital. That was a few people passed away with that storm. That it was like a hurricane, but that's the one that took my fences down. But we don't get like the weather that they've got over the pond, like tornadoes and the open-minded with the wildfires and all that kind of stuff. You know, tropical storms in Florida. You get tropical storms. We don't get tropical storms here. We just get lots and lots and lots of rain, and we like to moan about it. We've got a cheek to moan about the weather, really, when you think about what they've got over in the pond. When I was in Florida, the tornadoes scared. I didn't know what to do because we had a tornado warning on the telly, right, and it was like very, very windy. And we were in the hotel room, and I'm like, should we all just go into the toilet? Because I'd heard that if there's a tornado, you go into the toilet. I was never in the toilet. But there was two tornadoes that they called sisters, and it seemed to be on either side of our hotel, so we were lucky. But see, when we went out later on, when it was calm, the chairs that sit, the pool chairs, were in the trees, and these were heavy chairs. In the palm trees, these chairs were. And I was like, wow, this is definitely not Scotland. Well, it was love. There's my Callan. Good morning, Callan. Oh, Benjamin. Oh, Benjamin. Anybody else I've missed? No, my Callan. Callan, what's happened to her weather? I don't do that anyway. I don't. I am an animal lover, right? I don't kill anything, unless it's a wasp, and everybody knows that. Wasps just get straight up zapped, so they do. But every other like, and I'm fine. I can pick up spiders and other stuff. I can pick up. I'm fine with that. Um, yeah, flying trampolines. There was trampolines in the air. There was trampoline. That can be dangerous if you're walking down the street and get hit with a trampoline. It's depending on where. If it's a bouncy bit, you might be all right. But see if it's the frame, you're for it. Oh, is she home, Carolyn? Breathing's not too bad. Unless I don't overexert myself. I'm still recovering. I feel. I'm still recovering, and I've got this looming over my head. What's going to happen with my medication this afternoon? I don't know what the hell's going on with me, but I have got a hospital letter that I get in. I have to go to the hospital in August. They want to see me about my respiratory. The respiratory department wants to see me. I don't know if that's a good thing, bad thing, just to check up or what, but it says I might require a chest x-ray, which is fun. A chest x-ray. Let's see the amount of x-rays and CT scans I've had. I should be glowing. I should be absolutely glowing, especially because the bone, remember when they'd found that I had breast cancer, and they took the biopsy, the lymph node that was under my armpit. They could tell it wasn't the primary tumour. I don't know how they do this, but they do. So to find the primary tumour, so I had to get all the different tests and scans. And the bone scan, I'll tell you, that was a wacky ride. That was you're in a chair and you're all over the place like that, but they inject this stuff into you first. It's radioactive, right? And you've got to float about the hospital for 2 hours, right? And then go back, and then you get this bone scan done. And in that 2 hours, you're not allowed to go near children or pregnant people. they had a thing on the wall, right, that tests radioactivity. My dad stood in front of it and it was like a 0.2 or something, right? And I went on it, it was like 10 million. I was like, F's sake, the amount of radiation that was floating in my body. I felt like there's an episode of Simpsons, the Simpsons and Homer Simpson's glowing green. That was me. I had stopped. Apparently, see in January when we had that big storm, I was in the hospital and I was blowing out a wee window, and all I could see was a tree, and the tree was a wee bit blowy. But apparently, it was really, really bad. Peter and the girls and my grandson and Daisy Doo were all up in my daughter's house hiding out for this storm. They had emergency bags packed so they did in case they had to get out the building. I mean, and I was going, it's just a wee bit blowy, and they were going, Mum, it's terrible. And when I came home and all the fence was down, my hospital, I can always tell my hospital files. See if I'm looking at a receptionist and there's a load of hospital files. I know mine because mine says like that. Because I've been doing this since I was like 6 months old. I've been doing this. I've had enough. That's how I'm just want left alone now. Do you know that? I just want them to leave me alone. Fair enough. See if I'm taking another asthma attack or that, I'll need to go back and right. Understand that. But see this, that summed up with your blood and all the rest of it. Just give me the medication and just leave me be. Just. I've had enough. This year has been. I mean, we're in June. The whole of January I was out. The whole of January I was out. Crazy. Absolutely, that's just crazy. Oh, I'm where is she in the chat? Where is she in the chat? Where is she? She's Sleepy Thistle. Yes, Martingo Pink. Hello, hello. I never even seen you. Hello, yes, Martingo Pink. I hope you're doing good. Sleepy Thistle ASMR open minded. It's Gold Dust. It's our gold. I'm calling her ours. I'm claiming her for me, and the rest is she's our Gold Dust. Right? Nobody else can claim her. She's ours. There, I done that, so that means that she's ours, right? She's our Gold Dust. Oh. Oh, the cat sanctuary is Martingo Pink. Many cats was there. Was it just like, I love cats. Sophie's got a wee cat. Sophie's got a wee cat now. You want to see it? Sophie's got a cat. So new up there in the house. There's scratching posts. There's cat beds. Do you know she's dead fussy though? Her name's Rosie. That's the name of her wee cat, Rosie. And she's a poultry girl apparently. She doesn't like the beef dreamies. She doesn't like the beef ones. She doesn't like any other one. The only ones that she likes is the poultry, like chicken and turkey and things like that. It's only and the cat food as well. She doesn't like tuna. And I was like, what? Usually cats like tuna, don't they? She doesn't. She doesn't like tuna. She's a poultry girl. A cat cafe. Oh my God, over 350. Did you take any home? Were you allowed to take any home? See if I went to a Jack Russell place and it was like Jack Russell, I would have to take one home. Although I wouldn't be able to, I'd be like struggling money wise and stuff like that. I'll just be like, I'll eat less. Another Jack Russell's coming home. My Daisy Doo-Doo's beautiful. She got groomed. She got a proper spa treatment. I mean, she's smooth and silky. Oh, my back. I keep forgetting about my back and a twist and a date and oh. Yeah. I've seen cat I've seen cat cafes and things like that. Oh, aye, well, maybe they're no used to people, eh? What a wee shame. What a wee shame, eh? She's a wee day. Oh, the wee Daisy Doo-Doo. There she's there. Look, snuggled into me. There she is. Beautiful. No wires at all. Even her ass get done. They even groomed her ass. I was like, her ass has been done as well. Trim, trim, trim. Aye. So, guys, I'm going to go, but I'll let you know tomorrow what happens with this pharmacy. God knows what they're going to be doing. See if they tell me I need to go in for something else, I'll just be like, no, we just need to sort out the tablets. I'm not going. And my girls, if they watch this, will be going, Mum, you are going. And I'll be like, nope, I'm running away. I'm just going to run away. I don't know where I'm going. Don't know. Be prepared, MD in Scotland, for me champing your door like, can I come in? I'm just hiding out. But I love you all so much, and I'll be back to see you tomorrow, and I'm going to give you all a big kissy now. Bye, everyone.